Alright, what's up YouTube? So today pretty much, I always look for a bouncing stock, or I'm always looking for stocks that are getting hit really hard, because that gives me an advantage to go ahead and maximize my upside on the stock now that I know it's down. So what I did here was I played a small cap biotech company, whatever it is, pharmaceuticals, and what I was looking for was a bounce. I seen that the stock was moving very volatile. I was watching it, when it broke below that 280 level. Once it broke below that 270 level, I was watching it, and I was pretty much watching the Chaikin oscillator, and that was signaling a wait, because the line was pointing straight down. Once we get a line that's pointing straight down, that's letting us know that the buying is pretty much done. Once we see a curve in that chart, that's letting us know that the selling is trying to let up, and we're trying to see some buyers offset that selling. Now that we found a curve in the Chaikin oscillator, we want to go ahead and start placing our buy orders, because that's letting us know that a bounce may start to happen, and which it did. You see the beautiful bounce is showing a V. So once we see a bounce happening, that's letting us know that the selling is easing off, and now we start to see buyers step in. And as you see, the RSI is signaling that buyers are stepping in. It's no longer oversold. It's showing that we're starting to get some bids here. So once we start to get some bids here, we have to be careful with the daily moving average, because the longer we hold it, and the closer it gets to the daily moving average, it gives you a huge risk, because depending on if that stock breaks that daily moving average and goes higher, it's super profitable. But if it does not break that daily moving average, which a lot of stocks do once they get hit, is that it gets rejected pretty hard. So we want to start to eliminate all our exposure to the stock once it starts to get closer to the daily moving average. So that's pretty much what I did. Sold at 280, sold at 285. The stock did go past 290, but I was not able to sell my shares at that level, because once it got close enough to that daily moving average, you start to see the stock start to get rejected back down, and now I think it's trading 20 cents below from where I sold it. So we want to make sure that we're aware of everything that we see on this chart. We want to be aware of the daily moving average, we want to be aware of the RSI, and we want to be aware of the Chaikin oscillator. I want to start to introduce more indicators for you guys, so that way you get more familiar with it. But this is another way to give you an accurate price to go ahead and buy stock and maximize your upside. So take care, guys.